little up, a little down, a little left, a little right. it was it was all right. I felt like I hit the ball a little better today than I kind of scored. Um, it was weird. The wind seemed to kind of swirl a little bit there, especially early on in the round. I mean, Xander and I both hit two golf shots. I flagged it on one, thinking it's going to be perfect, and it lands on the front edge of the green. And I took a club that, if anything, I would have thought would land past the flag, and if anything, use that backstop because you know how many times I've messed with that false front, and don't really think I hit a good golf shot on two to make seven, and then I bounced back with back hitting it solid again, and make birdie on three, and missed good looks on 4 or 5, made the one on 6, and just kind of like an up and down day like that. Hit a lot of good golf shots, ended up pretty close, hit some that didn't end up where I wanted them to, and made a couple putts.
I feel like after these last couple of weeks, your game's in a really good place.
Yeah, I feel like the game's good. I feel like it's solid, steady. Just obviously, I need to work on a few things here and there. My distance wedges could probably get a little better. Hit too many wedge shots this week to, 15, 20 feet rather than normally 5, 10 feet. So, could tighten that up and, really, drive it. You always can drive it better. I mean, I had a couple loose ones out there this week that cost me, but as a whole, it was a solid kind of steady week.
Was inside the ropes? I'm what it's like. I'm sure usually at the Masters. What was outside the ropes like this week for you?
They were fine. I mean, the fans were good. I heard a lot of go 4 aces out there. And I had some cheers, and I had some, the usual every once in a while, a little kind of murmurs here and there. But as a whole, everyone was great. I mean, they were very respectful. I mean, and the fans were how they always are. They're always really good, and especially seeing some of the guys and a lot of the guys I haven't seen back players wise. I mean, it was as if we nothing really changed. I mean, we're competitors playing golf, and they treated us all the same way.
There's some people that maintain that this week might have been important in some ways in regards to the live guys getting together with the tour guys, the European tour guys, everybody together, and that they can show that everybody can coexist. Do you
Right.
feel that way? Did you feel that way?
Yeah. No, I felt that way even before this week. I mean, I've played on the European tour and events there, and all the guys have been fine there. I mean, the events I've played, and I guess they've treated me the same no matter what. Probably, I think it's mainly because I've always shown support of their tour. I've gone over and played, and even when I was part of the PGA Tour, now being part of Live. I mean, I've still gone over there and showed my support, and I think the guys like that. The guys like just the competitiveness, guys coming over and competing. And it's the first time really seeing the PGA Tour guys, and they were all. I mean, like I said, they were all great. I mean, they all acted the exact same way, whether I was a part of Live or whether I was part of the PGA Tour.
Patrick, your next step's Adelaide. What are your memories of Australia? You were there maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah, down where we played at President's Cup, that place was an immaculate golf course. I mean, really firm, can get hot and fast. I have no clue what the weather's like this time of year, but I'm hoping it's warmer than the past couple days here. But I hear the golf course is good. Yeah, I can't wait to kind of get down there and play, and travel some more and kind of see how the game fares on the long trip.
Did you have a good time 4 years ago?
Yeah, I enjoyed the golf course. I enjoyed playing there. I mean, wish I felt like Webb and I, because I teamed up with him the whole week. I felt like we played pretty well as a group. Just we kept on getting the short end of the stick, kept on getting the guys that were running hot, and it was good down there. Our team was able to go get the win, which was awesome, and I'm looking forward to going back.
What sort of reception do you think you get from the fans down there?
Well, considering they sold out within no time down there, I mean, weeks in advance of Mayakoba, they sold out. And they added more tickets, and they sold out again really quickly. I would think the reception and the fans are going to be great.
Patrick, after 4 rounds, your overall thoughts on the changes to 13?
It just with how it played, unless you drive it really close to the edge of the tree line, it's a layup. It's kind of taking some of that fire out. But it's hard to really assess it fairly because of how cold and how wet it's been. The day that it was warm, I mean, on the first day when I played, I hit 5-iron into the green and, was just short of pin high, but just left and had a nice horseshoe. So I feel like that hole owes me one. That's for sure, especially the new way. But no, as a whole, yeah, I feel like it's a little too early to tell. I definitely understand why they did it. I mean, you don't want to see Bubba and some of these guys. I mean, I bet you Rory's done it before, and I'm sure DJ's done it as well, where you're hitting wedges in that green. Par 5 isn't made for wedges. Par 5 is made to actually have a long iron, and if you get really aggressive, and if you're really, really long, maybe less than that. But, yeah, I mean, time will tell. But when it gets firmer and faster, I can see how you can get an iron in your hand. But, they were smart this week. On the days it got really cold and kind of nasty, they moved the tee up a little bit so you could actually get around the corner. And I think that's the biggest thing. You might not be able to get around the corner and left, but you got at least hit straight and get around the corner where you have an option.
So you think it was necessary?
I definitely think it was necessary to add some length there, yes. I always thought there's two ways they could have done it. They either add length, or what they do is they have that tree line that stops on the right to continue going all the way down, all the way basically even with to split 13 and 14 and a half. I mean, that would be the only other way. So then guys just can't hammer it over the trees and just hit it as far as they want, as long as they get past that last tree on the right. But now with moving it back, it makes you actually have to hit a tee shot. And if it's in the wind, I mean, it makes it easier for me. I can just hit it straight. I don't have to worry about turning around, and I can't really get through with it being colder. And you just hit straight down the middle fairway, and you just accept laying up and having to hit a diabolical wedge shot around that green.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
guys.
much.